Have you ever felt your body shake inexplicably or that your emotions seem out of control? Throughout history, many have attributed these phenomena to simple physical or emotional issues. But what if I told you that these symptoms could be signs of something much deeper? Today, I invite you on a spiritual journey in which we will understand how these physical and emotional changes are part of a greater process, one that is leading many to transform into beings of light, the awakening of the crystalline body. You may have felt drawn to concepts like ascension or spiritual transformation. Dolores Cannon, one of the pioneers in researching these topics, taught us that humanity is in a stage of evolution toward a higher level of consciousness. This process not only involves mental or spiritual changes, but also physical ones. We are transforming, Cannon said, into beings that vibrate at a higher frequency, aligned with the universe, and prepared to experience reality in a way we couldn't have previously imagined. Imagine your body as a caterpillar that has lived its life crawling on the ground, but at some point feels the need to wrap itself in a cocoon. In that state of metamorphosis, everything changes: molecular structure, form, and purpose. At the end of this process, a butterfly emerges, ready to explore the sky. Our journey toward the crystalline body is very similar. We are freeing ourselves from our physical and emotional limitations to align with a deeper, more expansive spiritual reality. The concept of a crystalline body may seem abstract, but essentially, it refers to a state in which our physical body begins to vibrate at higher frequencies. These vibrations allow a greater connection with the divine and with the energy of the universe. Dolores Cannon spoke of how the human soul, in its quest for growth, begins to incorporate more light and energy into its structure, transforming the physical body into something lighter, purer, and more attuned to higher dimensions. Ascension, Cannon explained, is like an infinite staircase to universal truth. Each step we take brings us closer to a fuller understanding of who we are and our mission in the cosmos. As we go through this process, we begin to notice obvious changes in our body and mind. Have you ever felt a kind of internal vibration, as if something inside you is readjusting? This is one of the most common symptoms of the transition to a crystalline body. Your physical being is absorbing more high-frequency energy, which can manifest as an internal buzzing, a sensation of lightness, or even an emotional recalibration. To better understand this concept, let's think of our physical body as an energy receptor. In its dense state, it is similar to coal. Our body is primarily made of carbon, a structure that anchors us to material reality. However, as we absorb more high-frequency energy, our body begins to change its composition, transforming from a carbon base to a structure more like crystal. This change, though subtle, is profound and powerful. It's like when coal, over time and under constant pressure, transforms into a diamond. The diamond not only shines with its own light, but is transparent, allowing light to pass through it. That is our crystalline body, a vehicle for the light and energy of the universe that allows us to vibrate at a much higher frequency and experience life from a multidimensional perspective. In the words of Dolores Cannon, when we raise our frequency, our reality also transforms. We are no longer tied to the limitations of the physical world. We can see beyond the veil to what has always been there waiting to be discovered. If you're reading this, it's likely that you've already begun to notice some of the symptoms of this transformation. Just like a seed sprouting underground before seeing the sunlight, your body and spirit are undergoing significant changes as they prepare for a new way of being. Some of the most common signs that you're in this process of transformation include unexplained physical pains. Many people going through this process experience pain in the back, neck, or head. This is simply your body adjusting to the new vibrations. The spine, in particular, plays a crucial role as it is the channel through which Kundalini energy ascends, allowing alignment with higher states of consciousness. It's as if your body is reorganizing to house more light. Extreme sensations of heat and cold. These fluctuations in body temperature reflect the intense energetic activity occurring within you. Dolores Cannon explained that these sensations result from spiritual energy integrating into our physical body, similar to how heat transforms metal into something more malleable. Intense emotions. In this ascension process, it's common for emotions to fluctuate dramatically. You might swing from deep sadness to inexplicable euphoria. This emotional roller coaster is part of an inner cleansing, where old wounds and emotional blockages are released, allowing your being to purify and prepare for greater spiritual expansion. Cannon described it as the storm before the calm, a moment of internal chaos that precedes spiritual clarity. Vivid and revealing dreams. Dreams are a subconscious window, and during the transition to a crystalline body, dreams can become more intense, symbolic, and often revealing. In her hypnotic regressions, Dolores Cannon often said that dreams are the way our higher self speaks to us. Through these dreams, you may receive messages about your mission on Earth, as well as guidance on the next steps in your spiritual path. Temporary memory loss. As your consciousness adjusts to these new frequencies, you may experience what some describe as mental blank spots, or the sensation of forgetting things that were once easy to remember. This is because your mind is recalibrating, reorganizing information to adapt to a new way of perceiving reality. This is a temporary but important step in your journey to greater awakening. One of the most important keys to this transformation is vibration. Just as a guitar needs to be tuned to produce the right sound, our body and mind need to adjust their vibrations to align with higher energies. Every time you meditate, practice gratitude, or simply allow yourself to be present in the moment, you are raising your vibration. Energy, as Dolores Cannon would say, is the language of the universe. And by raising our frequency, we learn to speak that language more clearly. This is a gradual process, but over time, you will notice how it becomes easier to connect with your higher self, receive intuitions, and even feel greater harmony with the people around you. Although this ascension process is deeply spiritual, it also has a scientific explanation. Our bodies, traditionally made of carbon, are integrating more silica, a mineral that forms part of crystalline structures. Silica has the ability to resonate at higher frequencies, allowing for better transmission of light and energy. This not only affects our physical body, but also our energetic field, or aura. Think of a radio antenna. When you tune into a specific frequency, you can pick up a station broadcasting music or news. In the same way, when our bodies tune to a higher frequency, we can pick up divine energy and messages from the universe more clearly. Dolores Cannon affirmed that in this state, we begin to see beyond the illusion of the physical world, recognizing that we are beings of light living a human experience. How to navigate this process. Tips for ascension. This process, though full of opportunities, can also be challenging. Here are some tips to facilitate your transition to the crystalline body and make the most of this stage of your evolution. Meditate regularly. Meditation is a powerful tool for raising your vibration and connecting with your higher self. Spend at least 15 minutes a day centering yourself, breathing deeply, and allowing energy to flow through you. Connect with nature. Nature is a great balancer. Dolores Cannon said that the earth itself is going through an ascension process, and by spending time in contact with it, we naturally align with its energy. Walk barefoot, sit by a tree, or simply gaze at the sky. Eat consciously. The fresh foods like fruits and vegetables have a higher vibration than processed foods. By consuming these, you not only nourish your body, but also your spirit. It's like giving clean fuel to an engine designed to run at full capacity. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is one of the fastest ways to raise your vibration. Each day, give thanks for what you have, and you'll notice how your perspective changes. In Cannon's words, when we give thanks, we align with the natural flow of the universe, opening the door to new opportunities and blessings. During this process, many people experience detoxification symptoms. These symptoms can manifest physically, emotionally, and energetically. Dolores Cannon described this stage as a necessary cleansing so that the new energy can flow freely through us. Imagine your body is a crystal glass filled with murky water. Before filling it with pure water, you must empty and clean it. Similarly, our body and mind must be purified before they can house higher frequencies. Some symptoms of this detox include skin rashes or digestive discomfort. These physical symptoms are a way for the body to release accumulated toxins. It's like your system is readjusting, expelling everything it no longer needs to make space for the new. Emotional release. Old traumas, fears, and anxieties may surface during this time. This is the moment to face and release them. Remember, you are not regressing, but advancing. By letting go of these trapped emotions, you are allowing light and clarity to take their place. Extreme fatigue. This is one of the most common symptoms during the transition to the crystalline body. Your body is processing large amounts of energy, which can lead to a sense of exhaustion. Cannon emphasized that rest is crucial during this time, as it's when your body adapts to the new vibrations. Don't feel guilty if you need more sleep or downtime. You're doing deep cellular transformation work. This purification process may feel overwhelming, but it is essential for your evolution. Like a butterfly struggling to emerge from its cocoon, this detox period prepares you to fly with new wings. One of the greatest challenges we face during this transformation is patience. In our modern culture, we are used to quick results and instant solutions. However, the ascension process does not follow a linear timeline. It has its own rhythm, and each person experiences this journey in a unique way. Dolores Cannon used to say, "Patience is the key that opens the door to true spiritual understanding." It's important to remember that we are not racing toward a final destination. We are on a continuous journey of discovery and growth. Accepting this natural rhythm will allow you to flow with the process rather than resist it. In moments of frustration, remind yourself that each stage has a purpose. Even when you feel you are not making progress, your body and spirit are working in the background, integrating the new energies. Think of it like a plant that seems dormant during winter, but is actually gathering energy to bloom in spring. Spring. As you progress in your transformation process toward the crystalline body, it is likely that you will experience an awakening of your life purpose. Dolores Cannon often spoke about how ascension connects us with our higher self, the aspect of us that transcends time and space and has access to infinite wisdom. This awakening can manifest as greater clarity about what truly inspires you. You may begin to question your old beliefs or feel a disconnect from things that once defined you. This is a clear sign that you are aligning with your true self. A metaphorical example that illustrates this is a lighthouse in the dark. Imagine that for a long time you've been sailing in a sea of confusion without a clear direction, but suddenly a lighthouse begins to shine in the distance, guiding you to shore. That lighthouse is your purpose, illuminated by the light of your soul, showing you the way to a fuller and more authentic life. Dolores Cannon stated that by aligning with our purpose, we not only find more joy and fulfillment in our lives, but also become channels of light for others. By transforming our own lives, we help raise the vibration of the entire planet. One of the deepest benefits of this ascension process is the greater connection with the divine. As we raise our vibrations, we begin to experience a sense of unity with the universe and realize that we are not separate from the source of all life. This is one of the fundamental pillars in Dolores Cannon's teachings, the idea that we are part of a greater whole and that this source of energy is always available to guide and support us. The universe is always speaking to you, Cannon said. You just have to learn to listen. This spiritual awakening can manifest in many ways. Greater intuition, the ability to receive messages through meditation, or even mystical experiences that connect you with beings of light or spiritual guides. Some people report experiences of synchronicity, where seemingly random events appear aligned with their spiritual growth. These moments are not coincidences, but reminders that the universe is working in your favor. Imagine you are a musical instrument that over time has gone out of tune. As you raise your vibration, it's as if someone is tuning each string of your being, allowing you to resonate in harmony with the universe. This resonance opens you to a level of understanding and connection that once seemed inaccessible. Although this process of ascension is profound, it's also important to remember that we live in the physical world and must learn to integrate these spiritual experiences into our daily lives. Dolores Cannon insisted that true spiritual mastery is not about escaping physical reality, but about living gracefully within it, using our new abilities and knowledge to improve our lives and those of others. Some practical tips to integrate this transformation are: practice compassion. As your consciousness expands, it can be easy to judge those who have not yet awakened spiritually. Remember that we are all on our own path, and compassion is the true sign of an evolved soul. Create wellness rituals. Dedicate time each day to connect with yourself and the universe. This can be through meditation, yoga, or simply taking a few minutes to breathe deeply and be present. Help others on their path. Dolores Cannon believed that those who awaken first have the responsibility to guide others. Share your experiences and knowledge with love, and you will help raise the vibration of those around you. As you move forward in this transformation toward the crystalline body, one of the most powerful changes you will experience is a heart expansion. I'm not referring only to the physical organ, but to the heart energy center, the chakra that is intrinsically connected with unconditional love. Dolores Cannon used to say that love is the most powerful force in the universe, and as we ascend, our capacity to give and receive love is exponentially amplified. Love is the essence of the crystalline body because this state of being allows us to see beyond the illusions of the ego, judgments, and separations. It's as if, by raising our frequency, we begin to see the world through the eyes of the soul, recognizing the divinity in every human being and in all forms of life. This awakening of unconditional love is not a process that happens overnight. Like a rose bush that blooms slowly under proper care, your ability to love unconditionally will grow over time. One of the greatest challenges in this aspect is freeing yourself from judgment toward yourself. Learning to love yourself as you are with all your imperfections and weaknesses is the first step toward true ascension. It is interesting to note that as human beings begin to experience this process of ascension, the earth itself is also undergoing it. Dolores Cannon maintained that our planet is alive and going through its own transformation toward a higher vibrational state. She firmly believed that humanity and Earth are intertwined in this evolutionary journey. Think of it as a mirror. The healing of the Earth reflects our own internal healing. As we raise our vibration and release dense and destructive energies, we help Earth do the same. By making more conscious choices, such as practicing sustainability, caring for the environment, and connecting with nature, we support the ascension process, both personally and planetarily. This connection with the Earth is crucial to the transformation process toward the crystalline body. As the planet's energy rises, it resonates with ours, facilitating our spiritual awakening. This is why spending time in nature during this process is so important. Walking barefoot on the ground, breathing fresh air, or simply observing the stars on a clear night aligns you with the ascending energies of the Earth, allowing it to support you on your spiritual journey. One of the most fascinating aspects of the ascension process toward the crystalline body is the multidimensional awakening. Dolores Cannon often spoke of the existence of multiple dimensions of reality, many of which we cannot perceive in our current state of consciousness. However, as we ascend and our vibrational frequency increases, we begin to experience these dimensions more consciously. Imagine you have lived your whole life in a room with closed blinds. You only see what is in front of you, and although you sense that there is more beyond those walls, you cannot clearly perceive it. But when your consciousness expands and your vibration rises, it's as if those blinds begin to open, allowing you to glimpse the vast reality that has always been there, but that you could not see before. This multidimensional awakening can manifest in various ways. Some people begin to experience more frequent synchronicities, where the events in their lives seem to align in a way that defies logic. Others may experience astral travel or lucid dreams in which they feel they are traveling to other places or dimensions while they sleep. These are not mere dreams, but authentic experiences in other planes of existence. Cannon described these journeys as opportunities for our soul to explore other realities and learn lessons that we cannot grasp in our normal physical state. These multi-dimensional experiences are a sign that you are tuning into the language of the universe and that your being is expanding into new forms of perception. Finally, the transformation process toward the crystalline body can be seen as a rebirth of the soul. It is a return to your natural state of being, a state in which you fully recognize your divinity and your connection to the source of all life. In this state, you no longer identify solely with your physical body or the experiences of this life. You begin to see yourself as an eternal, multidimensional being who has chosen this incarnation to learn and grow. Dolores Cannon described this stage of the spiritual journey as the moment when the soul remembers its origin and divine purpose. It is the point where you stop searching outside yourself for answers and begin to look within, knowing that all the answers you seek are already inside you. This rebirth does not mean you will stop experiencing challenges or difficulties. On the contrary, you will likely continue to face tests, but your perspective will be different. You will know that each challenge is an opportunity to grow and expand, and that you are always being guided and supported by higher forces. This is where the true power of the crystalline body is revealed. You become a clear channel for divine light, capable of radiating love, compassion, and wisdom to everyone around you. You are no longer simply a human being. You are a being of light incarnated, walking the earth to help others on their own path of ascension. As you finish reading this text, you may feel a mix of emotions, hope, curiosity, maybe even a bit of uncertainty. These feelings are normal and are a sign that your being is processing the information on a deep level. I want to leave you with some practical advice so you can continue your journey toward the crystalline body with more ease and grace. First, listen to your body. Your body is your most reliable guide in this process. If you need to rest, rest. If you feel the need to move, move. Listen to the signals it is giving you and respect it. Second, surround yourself with positive energy. Stay close to people, places, and situations that raise your vibration. Avoid what makes you feel heavy or drained and focus on what fills you with joy and peace. Third, practice gratitude. Giving thanks is one of the most powerful ways to raise your vibration. Every day, find something to be grateful for, even in difficult moments. Gratitude opens your heart and connects you with the abundance of the universe. Fourth, trust the process. Remember that ascension is a unique journey for each person. Do not compare yourself to others or rush. Everything happens at the perfect moment, and you are exactly where you need to be. Be kind to yourself. Spiritual transformation can be intense and sometimes challenging. Allow yourself to make mistakes, learn, and grow without judgment. Self-compassion is essential on this path. With each step you take, you move closer to your true self, to that pure and radiant light that has always been within you. The transformation into a crystalline body is not a final destination, but a continuous journey toward greater awareness, love, and connection with the universe. In the words of Dolores Cannon, you are much more than you think. You are an infinite being full of power and potential. Never forget who you truly are.